Hi, I was having lunch with one of my oldest clients by age, who is a GP, and we were celebrating the fact that he has just retired after about 40 plus years being a GP. And I asked him a question. I said, over the 40 years, what has changed so dramatically? And what sort of impact has it had? And he came up with two things. The first was, he goes, when I first joined the industry, when he was first advising patients and dealing with patients, he said, my average appointment time was half an hour. So the basic block was a half an hour block. Today it's about 10 minutes. And he says that has such an effect on how we treat patients, because he says when you have a half an hour appointment, you get to know the patient really well. You get to know everything about them, including their family dynamics, what's happening in their lives. And he goes, you could use that to really treat patients. And the second thing he said was, which was connected to the first one really, was because we don't have so much time, or GPs don't have so much time dealing with patients because of this 10 minutes or 15-minute appointments that we now have. He goes, we're more inclined to give out pills as opposed to dealing with the underlying problems. And he said over his years and his experience, he felt that the underlying problems actually relate to four things in life. One is diet. What we put into our bodies has a dramatic effect on what happens in our lives. The second was movement. Obviously, the more we exercise, the better it is. The third is sleep, which he said we as a nation, in the modern world, seem to be suffering with. There are a lot more people with issues about sleep than there aren't. And the final thing was relaxation. He said we as in this modern world just do not relax enough. And he said if GPs could basically teach and explain to their patients that if they have or make a difference in either one of those four areas, and preferably all four, then most of their symptoms would actually not exist. So it was an interesting conversation. Hope that makes sense. For the GPs who are here, maybe you can do something about it. For those who aren't in the medical field, concentrate on those four things, and you never know, it could make a difference. Thank you and have a great day.